morning, friends. Today we are going to be discussing exponents. So an exponent is a type of operation that you are going to see when you are solving different types of problems. So we're going to start with the number 2 to the third power. So when you see this type of problem, this number right here, this tiny number that's up in the upper right-hand corner of the number, this is what we call our exponent. This number down below is called our base number. This tiny 3, what this represents is how many times you are going to multiply your base number to itself. So when you see 2 to the third power, it means that we are going to be multiplying 2 times 2 times 2. It does not mean that we will be multiplying 2 by 3. That is the most common misconception. It does not mean that you multiply it by the 3. It's telling us how many times we're going to multiply this base number to itself. So if I took 2 to the third power, 2 to the third power would be equivalent to 2 times 2 times 2. So you'll notice again that we have 1, 2, 3 2's. Now this is similar to repeated addition, right? Because you have the 2's that are repeated. But it's not repeated addition because that would be multiplication. This is repeated multiplication. Exponents are repeated multiplication. So if we're doing 2 times 2, we are going to get 4. And we're left with 4 times 2. So 4 times 2 will give us 8. So again, we have the repeated multiplication here 2, 3 times. So 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8. Therefore, 2 to the third power is equivalent to 8. Now notice when I was pronouncing this, 2 to the third power, that's how I said it. I said 2, I said my base number 2, and this number, we're raising it to the third power. So let's see another problem, we'll see how we pronounce that one. So our next problem is going to be 4, and we're going to raise it to the second power, okay? Or 4 to the second power. Again, this is repeated multiplication, so we are going to be multiplying 4 times 4. If you feel like you're kind of following me, I would recommend pausing the video here and attempting to solve this before I do, okay? So now when I look and I see 4 times 4, I will, underneath, I'm going to write 4 times 4 is 16. Therefore, 4 to the second power equals 16 because it's repeated multiplication. Let's try another problem. The next problem that we are going to solve is 3 to the fourth power. Again, so what I'll recommend is pause the video and see if you can solve it from here. So again, this is repeated multiplication. Our base is 3, so the number 3 is going to be repeating 4 times. 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. So now I'm going to solve it step by step. I'm going to do 3 times 3 and get 9. I could solve this 3 times 3 now, but I'm going to keep it in order. So 9 times 3 times 3. Now I can solve my 9 times 3 and get 27. Again, bring everything else down. Now I have 27 times 3. 27 times 3 equals 81. Therefore, my 3 to the fourth power is equivalent to 81. Okay, we are going to solve just one more problem. we're going to solve 5 to the third power. Now you may be noticing that as we're doing these, the numbers can get large very quickly. So even though this base is only 3, or I'm sorry, this exponent is only 3, our number will get large very quickly because we're doing repeated multiplication. So again, pause the video, you can try and solve this problem. But 5 to the third power, our base is 5. This is the number we will be repeatedly multiplying. And we're going to do it 3 times. So we have 5 times 5 times 5. So now we're going to do 5 times 5, and I get 25. And we still have to drop down the rest of the problem. 25 times 5. Keep going. I get 125. So therefore, 5 to the third power is equivalent to 5 times 5 times 5, or 5 to the third power is equivalent to 125. Okay, guys, I hope this helps, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.